Okay, this is Shannon Maloney right here, and we are doing a lesson. This is Carly, and she is riding Firefly. Carly is about to be 20, and she has been riding for over 10 years. Started riding with me last summer, and then went away to college. So she didn't ride with me throughout the school year, but she decided to switch schools, and she's now back over in this area. So we've started doing lessons together again. So what we were working on is Carly would like to start jumping again. So we are working on getting her really solid in the flat, and doing some work over some poles and some little cavalettis to work on her lower leg and position, so that she will be ready to go on to doing some jumping and working with one of our jumping trainers. So right now we're taking a little walk break, and then we're gonna get Firefly warmed up again, and we're gonna do a little course over these poles in the trot and the canter, and that is what we're gonna work on for the rest of our lesson. So I'm gonna pass the video over to one of my friends who's gonna hold it for me so that I can teach Carly and not have to try to talk through the video camera. So, 1 second. All right, you wanna come in here. Do you wanna just like stand like next to me? So like mostly you're just gonna video her. Thanks, dear. All right, Miss Carly, you ready? Okay, go ahead and change directions. We went the other way already. And we're gonna work on those poles just a little bit more. Okay, here's what we're gonna add in though. So, at this end of the arena down here, before you head to the poles, you're gonna add in a big circle. We're gonna work on getting her to bend around that inside leg again a little bit, trying to get her to supple a little bit more through her body. So go ahead and pick up your posting trot when you're ready. There you go. Good, and just keep her moving out and in front of your leg. If she starts to drift off the rail like she's been doing a little bit, just push her over with your inside leg, open your outside rein to the wall a little bit. Good. There you go. And then pushing her away from the rail to your second pole. There, that was better. Okay, next time through at the far end down there, before you go to your poles, you're gonna do a big circle. Okay, so big circle down at the far end, then you're gonna come to your poles. There, that's a better quality trot. Keep that. Don't let her drift. Good, inside leg on. There, now think on-off pressure with your inside leg. Lift your inside hand just a little bit to help her lift that inside shoulder, and keep that connection on your outside rein to help her balance through that turn. There, now straight over the white, and then your outside leg, a little on-off pressure with your outside leg. Open your inside rein just slightly. There, that was better. She was a little bit more in line with her front and her hind end there. Did you feel that? She actually moved a little bit more laterally than she was doing the other direction, so that was way better. Good, so keep the energy, but don't let her build. So more inside leg there, so she's pointing her nose a little to the outside in that corner, so she's counter bent through that corner. So a little more inside leg as you come through that corner with the stairs. Better. Good job. And then pushing her over with that outside leg. Good. One more time. Good job checking your diagonal. Try to bring that lower leg back a little bit more. There. Now weight yourself in your heel. Try to keep it there, so that when you go to use your leg, you're not hitting the girth. You're actually applying the pressure to her side, and she can feel you a little bit more. Okay, this will also is important for once we start jumping, right? If our lower leg is up by her shoulder, we're gonna end up in a really bad position over a fence. Good, nice and straight. Don't let her rush. So think on off with your outside leg. Half pulse a little with your inside rein to help slow her front end. There, that was way better. Okay, come do it one more time, the same thing, and then we're gonna add in another component. So when you come over this last pole, don't let her cheat in those corners. I want you to really push her into the corner and make sure you're using all of your space in the arena. She's gotten into this bad habit about drifting off of the rail and out of those corners. Change your posting diagonal. There you go. Good. Nice and straight. Outside leg, little half vault inside rein, slower front end. There, then you're gonna do your outside line over here of your cavalettis. Look, so you're gonna do these two cavalettis right here, nice and straight. Don't let her build. Good. Little squeeze at the base to help her pick her feet up over that. There, Carly, better. Now keep going. Yep, circle. Pushing her over with your inside leg. Be a little bit more firm with your inside leg. She's got it. There. See how she kind of switched her tail and she kind of moved a little bit more forward? I would rather that and you start to get a little bit more demanding of her than her just like, I'm not really going to listen to your inside leg. Don't be afraid to demand it from her a little bit more. She needs that ride, that more assertive ride. Here, nice and straight. Good. Good job. I like how you kind of checked her there a little bit and slowed her because she started to get a little strung out in between the two sets of cavalettis, right? Here you go. A little more inside leg. Really push her over. Think about you're pushing her. You're trying to push her into that outside rein. So your inside leg creates that forward movement. And you're asking her to step through with her inside hind. And your outside rein helps to manage that energy and kind of shapes the energy as you're coming through the circle. Does that make a little bit of sense?
Yeah.
Okay. There. Good. One more time. And then I'll let you have a little walk break. So think a little bit more inside leg. Keeping that in. Yeah, there. Better. And then push her over. There. Better. That was better. Do you feel the difference there? Yeah, she's starting to give a little bit more through her rib cage, which is what we want. We want to see that nice bend in her body so that she's not so straight through her body through the circle. We want her to be a little bit more adjustable with her body. Look and turn. Nice and straight. Eyes up. Better. And after this cavaletti, you can walk and take a little walk break. So plan your transition. There, sit deep in your saddle. Good. Give her a pat. Okay, go ahead and let her do a little walk around at the, oh my gosh, a lap around at the walk. And then we'll get her going a little bit in the canter. How's your knee? You okay?
Yeah,
okay. Good work though. That was better in that circle though. Did you feel the difference there when you started to get a little bit more demanding with that leg and say, hey, I've asked you nicely a couple of times, you're not really listening to me, so now I need to create a little bit more pressure here. And she started to move a little bit more away from your leg. And she's not the most flexible through her body yet. That's something that I work on with her too. But she can give through her rib cage. So when you ask her, she needs to start to bend a little bit more around that inside leg. And she was doing a much better job that time.
We're still fighting on the rails.
Huh?
We're still fighting to keep her.
That's okay. That's okay. Just keep demanding that she needs to be out there. So on-off pressure with your inside leg. So we don't want to just keep constant pressure with that inside leg. We want to give her a little relief from that pressure. Okay, so that on-off pressure to tell her to move over, and then open your outside rein a little bit. Okay, so that she has a place to move into. If she's still not moving over, bring your inside rein back a little bit to your hip to create even a little bit more pressure so that she has to move away if she wants some relief from that pressure. Okay, how you doing? Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and pick up your trot. Okay, and just stay on the rail because we're just going to warm her up in the canter a little bit. There, so more inside leg. Bring your lower leg back. Yep. So right from the beginning, and she's the worst in that second corner with the double doors. Okay, check your posting diagonal. There. Good, but try not to cross your inside hand over her neck. So keep your inside rein where it needs to be on that side of her body, down by her shoulder. If she starts to drift towards the middle, lift that hand a little bit, but don't cross it over. And really push her into the corner with your inside leg. Bring that inside leg back even more. There, fine. And if she canters forward a couple steps, I would rather that, because she's responding to your leg instead of just continuing to disregard what you're asking for. Okay, and when you're ready, go ahead and ask for your canter. There you go. Good. There, that's a nice pace. It doesn't need to be any faster than that. If you feel like she's starting to run out of gas, close both legs around her side and squeeze her forward. There, Carly. Try to keep that lower leg nice and quiet, so really weight yourself down into your heel. There, and even in your canter, in those corners, give her a little push over with your inside leg. Fine, that was better. If she gets a little bit upset about it, it's not a big deal. Good. Go posting trot when you're ready. Bring her back to a nice manageable trot as quickly as you can where you're organized. There, slow your posting rhythm. And go ahead and change directions, and we'll let her canter out a little bit the other way. There, that's a nice trot from her. Good, plan where you're going. Don't cross that inside rein. There, and don't let her build. Once she starts cantering and she gets a little bit more forward, doesn't mean that she gets to set the pace. You're still regulating the rhythm. So if she starts to get quick, don't just post faster to match her. Keep your posting rhythm the same so that she needs to regulate to your rhythm, not the other way around. You're the one that's setting the pace, not her. There. So keep her consistent down this long side. Don't let her build. When you get to the far end, you can ask for your canter. Same thing in the canter. You're managing what's happening underneath of you. So if she gets a little quick, just a little half halt on your outside rein. Tighten those muscles in your core to get her to slow a little bit. There, a little bit more outside leg. Okay, there. And go ahead and trot because she picked up the incorrect lead. There you go, trot. Organize and then ask. There, then ask when you're ready. There, that's a nice canter. Good, Carly, keep that. No faster, no slower. So if she starts to build, half halt and slow her down. Here, really nice. Try to quiet your lower leg. Good. So she gets a little quick in the corners because she's leaning a little, so she's a little unbalanced in the corners. Slow her through the corner a little. There, a little half halt. Sit back on your seat. Better. That was nicer. And go posting trot when you're ready. I don't want to tire you or her out too much, but I wanted you to warm up a little in the canter both ways. And slow your post. There, take and give on your rein. There, that's better. And then sit and walk when you're ready. Plan your transition down so it's a nice transition. Sitting first. There, and then adding your rein aid if you need. Take and give. Good. Give her a little pat. How's your knee? You doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll let you have another little break, and then we'll do some trot and canter through some of the cavalettis and the poles. Okay? There, now she's a little more relaxed there. That's a nice walk. Good, even in your walk, if you feel like she's drifting, even though we're letting her have a break and you're having a break too, she still doesn't get to drift off the rail. There.